morning, everybody. This morning we've come into the Glens of Antrim, and in particular we're at Glenariff, and we're down in the Forest Park. I've come down here today because, well, the weather wasn't looking good for getting into the mountains for photography. So we thought we'd come here. There's a number of waterfalls around the waterfall trail, and we're going to do 2 or 3 shots of each of the waterfalls. We'll find a couple of compositions. This is probably the main one. In fact, it is the main one. The others are a bit smaller, but there is one on round which is quite picturesque, which I have done before in the autumn, not in the springtime. So there's something new there. So we'll have a look, see what we get composition wise, and I'll show you at the back of the camera once I find it. Okay, I've moved the camera around slightly to the right, putting the waterfall more over to the left, and the little cascade in the foreground running down and out to the left. I think I like this composition a bit better, just with the greenery on the right hand side and the rocks on the right hand side. And I've also got those little bubble trails coming down, which is sort of leading your eye up to the waterfall. So Luke's also with us today. He's setting up for a shot here. He's looking around at the camera as usual because he thinks he's a bit of a star. But I've also got Monty here, who unfortunately has to wait patiently while us photographers get the shot. He would much prefer to be in the river, so we're going to try and keep him out of the river today. But once Luke gets a shot in the bag, we'll move on round to waterfall number 2. Okay, we've managed to come round to our second location. It's a bit of a walk round, but what we'll have here, as you can see, we've got the waterfall here in the background. There's plenty of water in it, which is, I suppose, we're not having too much rain. It's quite surprising, albeit it has rained a bit over the last couple of days. But we've had a look around. I have found a composition. So what I'll do is, once again, as normal, I'll show you on the back of the camera and talk you through what I intend to do. Okay, so looking on the back of the camera, the composition's set up. What I've got is, or what I've seen is, there's a little pool just right in front of the camera, right in the foreground. And then there's a little, suppose, eddy or stream or whatever, heading up towards a small cascade, and then leading right through to the main waterfall. What I'm going to do here is, I want this sharp from front to back, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus stack it. So I'm going to take a shot down near the wee pool, and then I'm going to move probably about 1/3 of the way up, take another shot, and then take a shot on the back of the waterfall. I've also got a polarizer on, once again, to cut the glare out of the water. However, I do quite like the reflections in the little pool in the foreground. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to depolarize that, take a shot of it, and I'll blend it all in Photoshop. Okay, we'll take the shots and let's see how they come out. Okay, so that's those shots taken. What we're going to do now is we're going to explore just around the edges of the waterfall and see what else we can get. Okay, so I have found another composition which I'll show you on the back of the camera again, and you'll see that there's a couple of big branches coming down into the river. I'm using some stones in the foreground which will lead you up to the waterfall, but I'll show you it on the back of the camera and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so what we've got here is, and what sort of drew my eye to this was the two big logs or fallen trees, all covered in moss. It would have been nice maybe to have a wee bit of light on them, but it's quite an overcast day, so is what it is. But I can't control the weather. So, but also what I've also got here is I've also got this rock here, which is leading towards the logs, and then in turn up and leading the eye into the actual waterfall itself. Again, I think I'll focus stack this. Just because the rocks in the foreground are so close to the camera. So I'll take a shot nose, I'll then refocus on the two old logs coming down into the river, and then again on the background. May not need them, could do it in one shot, but it's always good to be safe and get all three, which we can then blend in and paint in the areas we want in Photoshop and post-production. So what we'll do is we'll take the shot. Oh, I should just say that basically we've got f8, third of a second. I've got the polarizer on again, just to take any glare out of the water. So we'll take the shots, see how we go. 2-second timer. The first one seems fine. But again, we'll take the three focus stacking shots, and we'll have a look when we get them back to the office. Okay, well, that's us for the day. We're going to make our way back to the car. It's a bit of a climb up out of this little gully, but we'll make our way back to the car. We'll get a cup of tea and a sandwich. So, as usual, if you do like the video, give me a thumbs up, and more importantly, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate that. Okay, till the next time, see you soon.